What's going on, people? It's your boy Tops back again for another Tops in the Morning show. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you've not already, man. But yeah, talking about the BOMBA, Liverpool BOMBA. Obviously, they're in talks to sign Hugo Ekitike. It looks like potentially that deal could get done by this weekend. That's crazy time in terms of when the news broke. They were interested in one in Isak yesterday, now in Ekitike, and now all of a sudden, man, it looks like this deal could get done within a week's time. It's crazy, man. It says Liverpool to bid for Hugo Ekitike after the encouragement he prefers Anfield move. It says talks over striker continuing with Frankfurt and Ekitike understood to favour Liverpool over Newcastle. You see Newcastle, man, they've been taking strays after strays after strays for sure. Because boy, I don't understand it, man. It's crazy when you think about it. The amount of strays they've been taking, bro, it's peak. It is actually peak for sure, man, because again, this is another target that potentially they're going to miss out on because of Liverpool. But yeah, it says Liverpool are poised to make a huge bid for Hugo Ekitike with Frankfurt striker understood to favour a move to the Premier League champions over Newcastle. Newcastle and Liverpool have held bids with Frankfurt this week over the French under 21 international, with the former having a £70 million offer rejected and attempting to reach an agreement during a further negotiations on Wednesday. Liverpool's discussions with the German club have also intensified over the past 48 hours, and the Anfield club have informed Frankfurt that they will bid for Ekitike. The 23-year-old has a 100 million euro release clause, which is £86.5 million. But whether Liverpool's open offer will go that high remains to be seen. Talks between the two clubs will continue on Thursday, and Liverpool have received encouragement that Ekitike wants to join them. Isak had topped Liverpool's list of targets for the number 9, and the champions were willing to pay a British record transfer fee to secure the Newcastle forward, but their understanding is the Swede international is not for sale, man. Big up Finn, bro. Big up in the building. Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Big up yourself. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys smash the like button on the video. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, obviously it's pinned to the chat as well, man. Only 99p, all that good stuff. Big up my bro, BBK Sports. What's going on, bro? Hope you're well. Hope you're good. Yeah, man. Let me know how you're feeling in the chat, my bro. But we're good to see you in the building, my guy. Big up Static, man. Hey, Tops. Big up yourself, Static. Appreciate you being in the building as well, man. Been a minute. I hope you're good, brother. It says 4 likes. Like and subscribe. Come on, people. Like up the thing if you've not already. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already. All that good stuff really helps the channel grow, like I always say, man. But yeah, like I was saying, bro, like this Ekitike news is definitely moving at fast pace, man, because I feel like, again, this kind of interest only really came about probably this time this week. And also now it's looking like potentially they could get this wrapped up as soon as possible, really, which would be a massive move for Liverpool. If I'm being honest, bro, getting a striker, which is very highly touted as well, would be a crazy move. Obviously, more from the Liverpool Echo saying that Liverpool have actually agreed personal terms with Hugo Ekitike, which is going to be absolutely fantastic news for them. So yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a 6-year deal as well. So that could be massive, man. That could be absolutely massive when it comes to obviously getting a player of that age, someone that can really be really pivotal in terms of being a striking force going forward. So yeah, I feel like, again, that could be a very good move for sure for Liverpool, man. Obviously, David Ornstein, again, with the BOMBA earlier on. So Liverpool are advancing in talks to Hugo Ekitike from Frankfurt. Negotiations for the 23-year-old forward progressing on a package worth in excess of 80 million euros, man. So you're talking, that's probably what, 65, 67, 8 million pounds, something like that. So yeah, relatively, you know what, in this going market, it's kind of strange how it's kind of worked out. A couple of obviously seasons ago, we were seeing midfielders go for 100 plus. Declan Rice 105 mil. Casado, I think, was 115. Obviously, Enzo was 105. These were kind of holding midfielders, defensive midfielders, box-to-box midfielders, going for triple digits in millions of pounds. Now you're looking at strikers now, who are obviously, again, 23-year-old, a lot of potential, obviously. But yeah, 60 million pounds, bro. Listen, in that region, man, for a striker, that could potentially be the difference between you winning major honours. Because, again, if you're scoring a lot of goals, is going to be the difference. I think, again, this kind of windows kind of showed maybe either the lack of quality of strikers are not at the high level, so you're getting them at a lower price, or that maybe the market in terms of those kind of strikers have definitely decreased a little bit because these players really want to push for a move to go to a bigger club. So you end up having to sell them for a bit less because, yeah, I thought they'll be demanding that much more than that for sure, man. But yeah, very, very interesting, man. Very interesting, man. Big up everyone in the building, man. Big up everyone in the building. Make sure you guys smash up the like button. Big up BBK Sports. Started the legend. All is good, bro. 6 a.m. tuning in for your my morning news. Oh, come on, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being in the building, man. Hope you are well. Hope you are good. And yeah, man, big up yourself for being in the building. Big up Static Man Tops. It's been about a week. LOL. I'm good, man. Hope you're doing well. Big up yourself, brother. Hope you're good. Hope you're well. Glad to see you're obviously in the chat as well, brother. And hopefully you're having a good day as well. Big up Nearside. Remember, it's my bro. What you telling me, man? Obviously, massive Liverpool fan is saying we had to look on man Newcastle. Literally, bro. You took their lunch money. You took their pocket money. All of it, bro. You said, yo, you know Nelson from from The Simpsons, man. Man said, get over here, man. Let me hold $1. Give me that, man. Like crazy, bro. Man said, we're either getting Isaac or Ekitike. You pick your poison. Man said, which hand? It's crazy. But big yourself up every single time. Man said, hey, bro, 6 a.m. Wow, that's dedication from you. Respect, 100%, man. I respect the dedication to tune into my streams, anyone's streams, man, at that kind of time in the morning. Because, yeah, that is very, very early. So big up yourself every single time, brother. It says, respect. I hope you are well and you're recovering from your recent injury. I obviously, likewise as well, bro. I hope you're good from that injury as well, my bro. You said you don't want to sell Isaac. All right, we are taking your target. Bro, you've kind of snooked them. I can't even lie because, again, my feeling was, and I said it in the morning show, if you've not obviously watched that, make sure you check out the morning show I did at 9 a.m. I was basically saying, like, I feel like, again, it was the thing where Newcastle originally wanted Ekitike in for one season with Isaac to kind of get him in that settled kind of mode, getting used to the Premier League, have Isaac as the main kind of guy to kind of learn off from. And then next season, when Isak's got 2 years left, maybe sell him to like a Barcelona or someone else, Bayern Munich, when Harry Kane gets a bit older, etc., etc. But I feel like Liverpool have just thrown a spanner in the works and got their target or threatened to get Isak. And I feel like Newcastle thought, you know what? Let's just keep the better player at the minute. Let's just keep Isak, even though potentially he's going to be probably sold next season anyway. So you kind of snooked it because, again, you could have got Ekitike this season potentially, and then they would have took probably Isak away because Isak might have come to them and said, you know what? You've already got my replacement already through the door. I'm only on 120 grand. Let me go to Liverpool. They're going to pay me obviously loads more. And there's a chance for me winning the Premier League and the Champions League next season. So yeah, so again, I think it's kind of pick your poison kind of thing. And they've gone to obviously to keep Isaac and Ekitike, which I think would still be a good signing for Liverpool, especially when you got the likes of Salah still in the building, able to score goals and that. So yeah, should be a good signing for sure. Even so, man. But yeah, big up everyone tuning in the building. I said, big up Chris. Of course, I wanted Isaac. Who wouldn't? But I'd rather sign a striker, winger, Gahey, than just sign Isaac. Gay spending the whole budget on Isaac. Gay, Rodrigo, and Ekitike is what I'd rather hope. Big up yourself, Chris. That's a very good point. Looks like the news about Rodrigo is definitely picking up in terms of him being linked with Liverpool. Diaz obviously wants to leave Liverpool. So yeah, that could be a Diaz out, Rodrigo in, Nunes out, and Ekitike in. And yeah, if you get Gahey, which I think you will do towards the end of the window, it will be a fantastic summer. So you're definitely right, man. Big up Static as well. So, Liverpool are being ruthless. Arsenal once again left behind. For sure, man, for sure. Arsenal need to make sure they get a left winger. It doesn't look like we're going to get Rodrigo. Even if we don't get Rodrigo, identify someone else and get the other player, bro. Because I think even with even with Eze just coming in, I still don't think it will be enough for us to really be having that side where you're happy with our front three. So yeah, it's crazy, man. Big up this side. Remember, it's not gonna lie, 120 mil for Isaac with his injury record is a risk. Yeah, bro, it is. He's a quality player. And I'd love Arsenal to obviously buy him obviously ourselves. But it definitely would be a risk considering he does miss games in the season, whether it's a few games or not. He does have that kind of injury record where, you know, sometimes when you're relying on him, he will miss a crucial game. He will. So, yeah, it definitely was a risk, man. Big up everyone tuning in. Big up views for the raid. My brother, I've just seen it, my guy. Hope you're well. Make sure you go over to subscribe to views every single time, man. Always love on the channel. Big up for the raid on Steam BOMBA as well. About Mbeumo. Got to get to that in a minute too. But yeah, big up the raid, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to become a channel member. It's pinned in the chat. 99p. Really helps the channel grow. Helps me pay for StreamYard. All of that good stuff. So yeah, big up everyone in the building. Big up near side. It says we've got Ekitike done before Arsenal got Gyökeres. That is a joke thing. 100%, bro. Again, I did see something on Twitter just before I came on there that apparently Gyökeres is moving house. There's a van outside his house moving his furniture. Don't know how legit that is, but we'll have to get into it, man. Big up Static. Views raid. Come on. Views on Sport raid. Big up views every single time. My brother, man. Come on. Big up Gavin, views raised. Keep hitting the like button and subscribe, people. 100%, bro. Big up yourself. Views raised. Big up Gunner for Life 82. Big up. 100%, my guy. Big up Battle Red, my brother. I hope you're well, my guy. Big up Tops. Big up the chat, of course. Big up LB. Rodrigo to Liverpool. Tom Crook, BOMBA. Liverpool are now the front runners. Big up yourself for the comment, man. Hope you're well. Hope you've subscribed as well. Big up Mr. Battle Red. What we saying, bro? Come on, bro. Big up the community, man. Big up Ekitike. Can go both ways. 100%. I agree, man. I think, again, is a player with a lot of potential similarities in terms of his playing style to Isak, but he definitely has a lot to develop. So, yeah, we'll see how he gets on in the Premier League because, again, different type of league, more physicality, etc., compared to the Bundesliga. So, definitely want to watch for sure, man. Big up Tops. Tops, keep speaking facts. I'm currently listening to you in the background as I need to get some work done at work. Okay, big up yourself for being involved, bro. Really appreciate you, my guy. Big up Arsenal domination. Come on, Dom. Hope you're well. Afternoon all. Man said Will Wright be the new Ian. Obviously talking about the 17-year-old Will Wright. Apparently on his way to Arsenal after it looked like he was going to Liverpool, but again, also offered a bit more money. And now it looks like he's going to be our academy striker, probably replacing Chino Obi, who obviously gone to Manchester United. So, yeah, so obviously we've got a striker, Dom. We've got our striker. This is the guy to lead us to the Premier League title at 17 years old, man. Well, big up yourself. As always, big up Mr. Battle Ready said, let's be real, as a Liverpool fan, I've got to say 70 plus for Ekitike is a risk still. Young and upcoming striker, no idea if he hit the ground running. Makes it imperative that we got Rodrigo too. Listen, it's true, you know. I feel like, again, it definitely is a risk. I think it's more of a less of a risk because you've got Salah, you've got a ready-made goal scorer that, again, anyone would put their house on him getting 20 goals next season because he's just Salah. He's very, very consistent. That's the one thing I will say about him. He will score you goals. Obviously, the number definitely goes up and down in terms of how much he will get, but you know he's going to be a solid number. So maybe that's probably the kind of the idea. Getting a younger striker, there's not as much pressure for him to score loads of goals because you know you've got a goal scorer on the right. Gakpo definitely chipped in with a load next season. Whether he can do last season, whether he can do that next season obviously remains to be seen, but that's someone that can also provide. And then you got Wirtz, who again knows where the goal is as well. So there is obviously other elements before you even get to Ekitike in terms of how many goals he's going to score. So yeah, definitely a risk though for that amount of money, of course. And it could not work out. It could not really be suited to the Premier League or how you play. But yeah, definitely one to keep an eye on for sure, man. But yeah, I feel like, again, Liverpool are definitely trying to make sure they've got the biggest chance to win the Premier League title again, because you could have easily just kept Nunes and thought, you know what, Nunes will probably be happy staying here for another year. We don't really have to strengthen. We've got Salah again to score the goals. But even you guys want to refresh that attacking lineup. And I feel like every single season, teams are going for the Premier League, trying to win the Premier League. You have to freshen it up. You have to get some new players through the door. You can't keep the same old, same old. This is why I feel like Arsenal definitely have regressed a little bit in that attacking lineup because, again, we're seeing Martinelli, Saka, Havertz, which we've seen for the last 2 seasons, maybe even 3 seasons. So, yeah, it's definitely something that you have to change week in, week out, or so season in, season out. But, yeah, another bomber. Ornstein Bomber exclusive. Manchester United make improved bid. So, bro, that news about Mbeumo potentially staying at Brentford must have worked a treat because apparently, again, they were feeding that to the media. He might stay at Brentford because Wissa might be on his way out the door to Newcastle or Tottenham. So, yeah, this is an exclusive from David Ornstein. It says Manchester United making improved bid to sign Brian Mbeumo from Brentford. New offer for the 26-year-old worth 65 fixed fee plus 5 million add-ons, which is 70 million pounds. Man United are waiting Brentford's response, so they work close to the deal for the Cameroon international and top target. So yeah, surely that's going to be enough, man. 65 fixed as well is crazy because, again, 70 million pounds for a guy that's got a year left is kind of mad, but we shall see, bro. Big up Darmy says he's a risk for Liverpool and an overpay, but if he sharpens up with his shooting and lives that up to that potential, it'll be a steal. I can understand why Liverpool are pursuing this deal, so fair play to them. Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, people were saying that about Isak when Newcastle paid 63 million pounds for him, and at the time, I think the season before, he got like 8 league goals, so it's always going to be a case when you're getting that upcoming striker that's got a bit of potential, it can go either way. He can literally bang and be amazing. You think, oh my God, it's an actual steal that we got him for 60 mil. Or it could be a thing where he's not lived up to the potential, he's not developed as quickly as we thought he would do or as we need him to, and then you go off the rails, man. So, yeah, it can be a difficult one for sure, man. Big up Raid. Big up Views again for the raid, man. Views raid. We are now tracking and moving companies on the... Bro, it's crazy. We're tracking vans, bro. We're starving and Arsenal fans. We need this deal secured, sealed. What is going on? We are starving as Arsenal fans for sure, man. But big yourself up every single time. Man said, Hurt, how's it going, bro? Your team, Liverpool, is doing very, very well. 100%. Big up Darwin says, yeah, who needs Gyökeres when we have Will Wright? And of course, bro, that is going to be the starring light. Will Wright is going to be the striker up front in the Champions League and all that good stuff. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, we shall see. It's crazy, man. Big up, he says, there was a question on downstream earlier, which I thought it was interesting. Is Madueke at 52 a bigger risk than Ekitike at 70 mil? You know what? I think it is. And for the simple fact is that our needs for our left winger, if he is going to be the left winger, is far greater than probably your needs for a striker right at this second. Because again, we need a game changer on that left winger. You kind of need a striker that's better than Nunes, really. Someone that can be a bit more productive, score some goals. But ultimately, your game changer is still going to be Salah. And obviously Florian Wirtz as well. With us, we need someone to obviously accompany Saka in being that guy that can be the game changer as well as the striker. We need kind of three at the minute because again, you don't know how, even with Gyökeres, hopefully he bangs, hopefully he's sick, and fingers crossed he is. But that's not even a guarantee, man. That's not even a guarantee he's definitely gonna hit the ground running or whatever. Who knows? Every transfer is a risk to a certain extent. So for me, you kind of need someone else as well as Saka. And also Saka carrying that hamstring injury, we need to see how he kind of develops this season. It might be a quieter season for him because he's kind of recovering and getting back to normal in terms of playing regularly week in, week out after suffering that hamstring injury. And also, he might have to adjust his game as well because, again, that hamstring injury might affect his bursting pace, etc. We've seen it with the likes of Michael Owen back in the past. I know, obviously, he didn't have surgery, so it might be a bit different. But, again, it's just the unknown. You just don't know how it's going to be, obviously, happening. So, yeah, it's one of those ones, brother. It's one of those ones. But we shall see. Man said tracking vans, you know. Honestly, it's crazy. We are starving. I just seen the picture of the van as well. It's crazy, bro. We're actually tracking Gyökeres' van, hoping that he's actually out of the country, willing to move to London right now. So that basically confirms that he's signed for Arsenal. It's absolutely madness, man. But big up everyone in the building, man. Make sure you guys smash the likes on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a member, it is pinned in the chat as well. 99p, all that good stuff helps the channel grow. But yeah, man, big up everyone that's already in the building, man. Good to see a lot of people in here. It says, big up Tom Ford, 70 million for Mbeumo with a year left on this deal. Wow. Honestly, bro, it's crazy, man. That just shows the desperation from Man United to really just get this done and over the line. Obviously, preseason starts for them, I think, again next week, like with Arsenal and other teams. So, yeah, they kind of want him there for that. So, they've really kind of just caved in. I feel like they could have wasted or saved a lot of time wasted just offering this kind of deal like, a month ago. This has been going on since the start of June when obviously Mbeumo said he'd rather go to Man United over than Spurs. So it is a one where they definitely should have done this quicker for sure. But I don't know, man. I don't know if this is going to be a thing where they kind of even want even more money now, because this is not saying that it's been accepted. This is just a new bid that obviously has been offered to Brentford with the 65 fixed fee. Maybe they want 70 fixed fee and then they want add-ons on top of that. Who knows, man? It's obviously the ball is in Brentford's court to see how much money they can get for him. And also as well, with the likes of Wissa going potentially, it could spell the end for obviously them in terms of the Premier League, because if they lose both of those two players and they've lost Norgard in terms of him being their captain, it could be very difficult for them and the manager. It could be very difficult for them to stay up. So yeah, big up Mr. Battle Red. It says, I'm good, bro. Sorry, I missed your question earlier. I can't see your comments in the chat, bro. I only see it when Tops brings it up. Now, no worries, man. No worries, man. Big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video if you've not already. But yeah, big up yourself for sure. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about this Mbeumo news? Do you think he's going to go to Manchester United? I would assume so. But yeah, big up Tom. It says, guess that means Mbeumo Newcastle might not get Wissa. Maybe, bro, because they did say, I mean, I did have the article right here. Let me try and get this up as well, if it does load up. So yeah, it does say a Newcastle target, obviously Wissa after Hugo Ekitike decision. So yeah, it does look like they're going to go after obviously Wissa. It says Newcastle have turned their attention to other attacking transfer targets after failing to make a breakthrough in their pursuit of Hugo Ekitike. After seeing their initial offer for Ekitike not back, Newcastle Chiefs held a range of further discussions with Frankfurt officials, but agreed that agreement could not be reached, and the Magpies have now walked away. Liverpool have now made contact with the Bundesliga club and made their interest known just 24 hours after they've done the same with Newcastle for Isak, and are now said to have officially made their first bid for the French forward. Frankfurt will now hold out for more money, but it is clear that Ekitike has made it clear to them that he wants to join the Premier League champions. Rather than the risk being strung along, Newcastle have immediately turned their attention elsewhere and now considering a bid for Brentford's Wissa, according to The Athletic. Wissa has been one of the main attacking targets on Newcastle's radar since the start of the summer. And while a bid has yet to be tabled, Brentford are braced for the Magpies to make a move. Wissa is moving into the final year of the contract with Brentford. So that's another guy. And bro, what is wrong with these Brentford contracts, bro? You've got Mbeumo in the final year with an option. You've got Wissa in the final year with an option. Though the Bees do have an option of a 12-month extension. Sorry. So yeah, that is kind of crazy, man. That is kind of crazy. Big up, obviously, in the building, man. Big up Arsenal Dummies says agree with Tom Ford. That's crazy money, but equally I can understand why Brentford are trying for it. Sorry. They've lost their manager and maybe a couple of their best players, and Man U are desperate. This is what I was trying to say. I feel like they've caught Man United in a good situation because they know after finishing 15th, after losing the Europa League final to Spurs, there is a lot of pressure on Man United to make positive signings to get the fans uplifted and into a positive space going into the new season. Again, they've got a hard start. Man United have got Arsenal at Old Trafford the first game, and they've got Manchester City at the Etihad the fourth game, and then Chelsea at Old Trafford in the fifth game. So difficult games in the first five. So for me, I think, again, you kind of needed those attacking kind of options in there before the start of the games, man. Because, again, if you're looking at Højlund and Garnacho and these kind of guys like you had last season where you've obviously finished so low, it's going to be very, very bleak readings for sure, man. Big up, Mr. Butterready says Newcastle getting, that's crazy. That is crazy, man. Big up Chris, he said Newcastle fans be happier keeping Isak. I would be too. But when they start beefing us on social media, let's not forget they've been rejected more times. Listen, it's crazy, bro. I don't know what's happening with them this summer because, again, they've wanted a plethora of players and they've not managed to attain any of them apart from Alanga. And then no one else was really going for Alanga. João Pedro, obviously, they got rejected by. You're looking at Wissa maybe going to Spurs as well. They wanted Mbeumo as well. It looks like he's going to Manchester United. So, yeah, it's very, very sticky, the situation they're in for sure. So, we'll have to wait and see, man. But, yeah, big up everyone tuning in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe if you've not already. Big up Mr. Battle already said, this is what I'm saying about Newcastle's ambition. A bit strange that they waited till mid-July to start acting on signings. Doesn't suggest wanting to capitalize on a strong finish last season. Very good point, Mr. Battle Red, bro. I agree. I feel like, again, they had a real time to make a statement, especially when they got into the Champions League, and they won a cup as well. That's the thing. You can't dismiss. I know, obviously, it's the League Cup, and some kind of players and teams don't really value it, and fans as well. But for me, I don't dismiss any kind of trophy. If you win a trophy, you won some silverware. That's what fans really, obviously, think about towards the end of their time of, obviously, supporting the team. How many trophies did I see my team actually win, or how many trophies have we got in the bank in the club's history? So, yeah, that's the first one they've won in 70 years, obviously. So, that's a very good season, man. Champions League football and a trophy in the same season. If you're not going to capitalize on that kind of season, you never will. Because, again, Newcastle hadn't won a trophy in 70 years kind of thing. So, yeah, I think Newcastle fans maybe themselves have been disappointed. But then you got to act and think, well, they have tried to go for players. They've just picked other teams that are essentially bigger than them by name. So, yeah, it is a bit of a sticky one, bro. Big up Tom Ford said, I can see Brentford struggling a lot this season if they lose Mbeumo, but if they lose Wissa too, they might get relegated. This is what I'm saying, man. And I'm not too sure. I don't know what you guys think about Keith Andrews. I'm not too sure about his resume in terms of how well he is as a manager. How can he go forward in terms of managing a Premier League team? I don't know, man, if he's good enough. So that's another thing you're going to put into account. And also losing their captain, Christian Norgard. Now, I know, obviously, Arsenal fans, me included, were very underwhelmed by the signing. But for Brentford, that's a massive deal. That's their captain. That's someone that's been playing for them for, 4 or 5 years since they've been promoted into the Premier League. He's a vital part of their team. So losing that kind of, even like voice in the dressing room for that particular group of players might be crucial in terms of them staying up and going down, because you don't know how they're going to replace that. I know they've got Jordan Henderson, who, again, by trade is a leader. We've seen people at Liverpool say he's a fantastic leader, and at England as well. So maybe that's something to replace it. But in terms of quality-wise, losing a 20-goal season striker, or 2 potentially if Wissa goes, is going to be a massive dent towards how they go forward. And it would need serious investment from them. They need to be linked with. I know they're trying to get Amari Hutchinson, but is that the type of guy that they can rely on to score a plethora of Premier League goals? I'm not too sure, man. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Big up Chris, he says it's either PSR with Newcastle or how still holding the club back. Definitely not the owners. I think it's PSR, bro. And remember, Newcastle had some issues this time last summer. That's why they had to sell, was it Anderson to Nottingham Forest for 35 mil? They had to make a quick sell. There was even talks about selling Gordon to Liverpool at the time, I remember. potentially just to try and get some money in. That was the whole thing between Gordon and Quanta, potentially having a swap deal kind of thing. So yeah, even then, bro, they've got some problems. Obviously replacing players and getting money in for players, and obviously making sure their PSR is on point. So I think they definitely do struggle with that for sure. Big up Tom Ford. It says Brentford trying to replace Mbeumo with who scored 20 Premier League goals, with Amari Hutchinson, who's just a big gap in in ability. I completely agree with you, Tom, bro. I completely agree. I feel like, again, that's probably the wrong way to go in terms of trying to get a deal done. I don't think getting someone like Amari Hutchinson in the position you're in, I think you're going to try and need to get someone ready-made, or even someone that's Prem-proven. You're probably better off getting someone from like a Brighton or somewhere, like an Adingra or one of them kind of players, man. On their like Minte as well. He's another one that I could see potentially going to Brentford that could do well. I think you got to get in that kind of quality range if you're going to try and stay in the Premier League. Not saying Amari Hutchinson can't be a good player, but there's a lot of pressure for someone that's ultimately only had one Premier League season with Ipswich. So whether you can transition into being a star player for a Brentford, who have been like a mid-table team ever since they've been promoted, I do not know. Obviously, onto other news as well. Rodrigo's chances to go to Liverpool. It says Liverpool's chances of signing Rodrigo rated as the Brazilian changes his preference. It says Liverpool have made some big moves already this summer, and they're not finished yet. The Reds have spent just under 200 million so far in the transfer window. Well, this is expected to be significantly increased in the coming weeks. They still believe that they still believe there are 3 positions they are short of before completing their business, with Liverpool keen to bring in a centre-back, striker, and a new winger. The latter is a position towards the top of the agenda and will perhaps be moved to the top if Luis Diaz departs, with many replacements being linked. Real Madrid, obviously Rodrigo is one of the players, and after barely featuring for Xavi Alonso's side in the Club World Cup, many have tipped him to depart. So that could be a one that you're looking at, really. It says he would certainly be a big coup, as many clubs would be after him. But Liverpool have just been told what their chances are of signing him, and it may be good news. Going on to say, Rodrigo is open to a move to Liverpool. It says usually the shoe is on the other foot, and it's Real Madrid trying to prize away Liverpool's player away to join them. So it might be a nice change for Liverpool fans to see it the other way around for once. Liverpool wanted Rodrigo before he joined Madrid and was so close to signing him, but the Brazilian rejected the move and opted for the Spanish capital instead. I didn't even know that, man, to be fair. So there is a bit of history there. But however, according to ESPN Brazil, have not only confirmed that the Reds are interested, but they've also revealed that Liverpool's chances of signing him are actually, if it's being suggested that's correct, in pole position. It's genuine. Liverpool have already held talks with his camp. They said they sent someone else to talk to Madrid, to talk to his family, and Rodrigo is happy with the interest. He's open to the move. The journalist told Redman TV too. So yeah, this could be breaking news, really, in terms of Liverpool after Rodrigo. It could be some weight in it for sure. Can you see him at, bro? If Liverpool get Rodrigo, a massive striker, which we would do in terms of price range, sorry, and Verts in the same season, that would be an incredible season, man. Incredible summer for sure. He's always liked the Premier League. 2 summers ago, even Manchester City tried to sign him. Guardiola called him a few times. He appreciated the gesture, but he's in his end. His preference was to stay at Real Madrid. His preference now has changed, and he's now hoping he can leave. I think he will leave because he wants to be a star of a team, and at Real Madrid, he will be very, very difficult. Almost impossible. I think it's not 50-50. It's maybe 70-30. He's open to a move, and I think Liverpool may make a move. Around 100 million euros, which is 87 million pounds, is the fee Real Madrid are rumored to be holding out for. A price that is similar to what the Reds want for Diaz. Rodrigo is a perfect replacement for Luis Diaz, man. That's crazy, man. So, yeah, I don't know, man. What do you guys think about that? What do you think? Liverpool got a massive chance of signing Rodrigo now? Again, it could be a thing where they're looking to hope Diaz goes out the door, and now they can get in Rodrigo as well. So, very, very interesting news, man, for sure. Very interesting news. Big up Mr. Battle Ready says, Ipswich want Hutchinson money, 35 in one payment too. What? That is crazy. Upfront release clause thing. That is a mental, bro. Nah, there's certain caliber players that you probably pay up front for, but that's definitely not one of them, in my opinion, man. I can't see how you can even justify even doing that, man, especially in the results of, obviously, if you're going to pay up front for someone like that, you kind of want him to be hitting the ground running. You can't be allowing him to like having that kind of initial breaking in period where he needs to work on his game and he's very young and naive and stuff like that. You ain't got time for that, man. That guy has to come in, start scoring goals, start being effective, especially when you're paying that up front for him as well. In installments, it's a little bit different, I guess, but that's a lot of outlay of money in one go for a player that potentially has to improve a lot for to even get to the level you're at. Because again, it's very, very not sure what you're going to get for him for sure, man. But yeah, man, big up everyone that's tuned in, man. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It says big up Chris. He says Gordon for 100 million is mad. I can't lie. He's only worth about 50 or 60 at best, in my opinion. Good player, but no one should be playing that. Rodrigo is better value at his price. Yeah, I mean, again, Anthony Gordon is a good player, and I kind of agree. I think 60, 70 mil. I mean, if Madueke's going for 55, I think he's a much better player than Madueke, if I'm being honest. So I would say about 70, 75, maybe. Something like that. 70 probably is probably the right kind of mark for Anthony Gordon. But again, Newcastle, with him being a prize asset, could be a holding out for a bit more if they're willing to sell him. So that was a release clause which has expired now, says Tom. Liverpool and Gordon links. I don't know if Newcastle would want to do business after getting bullied by us. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's a tricky one, bro. I feel like, again, it's one of those ones where Liverpool do want a left winger. And again, Gordon is a Liverpool fan. And it does make sense for him to go to Liverpool after going from Newcastle. So I don't know, man. It's a tricky one, man. But if you can't get Rodrigo, because there's no guarantee Rodrigo's even going to leave. There's a lot of speculation that he might get forced out, etc., etc. But again, if he's determined to try and keep his place and thinks he can, then again, I could definitely see a statement saying Rodrigo's set to stay at Real Madrid for this coming season for sure. So I think for anyone, whether it's Arsenal, Chelsea, when they need like a winger player, just focus on other signings. If that becomes a market opportunity towards the end, then yeah, now you can go for it. But I think everyone should focus on other players for sure. Big up Chris says, I don't believe this nonsense about this player wanting to join this team, etc. No one knows that. Yeah, obviously it's a lot of speculation for sure. Big up Mr. Battle Ready says Gordon can stay where he is. I don't need him. Both Gordon and Isak will stay. Then the prices will drop next summer. Yeah, could be. Yeah, that's a good obviously point as well. Will their prices drop if they don't get in the proper players to help them out this season, man? Because again, Elanga, no disrespect to him, a decent player, but that's not really moving me if I was one of those kind of players, bro. I'm not looking at Elanga thinking, wow, we're really serious about making maybe a serious challenge on the Premier League title. Listen, if Liverpool can win it, and not to say obviously they weren't capable of winning it, but they weren't one of the massive favorites going into obviously last season. That pretty much means that if you can upgrade, whether it's your manager, players, both, and have a serious team, it is up for grabs for sure. No one knows how City are going to react to obviously not winning their first title. So yeah, I think it's definitely up in the air for sure. In terms of if you're going to challenge for the title as well, man. So yeah, big up Mr. Battle Ready says next summer is difficult to get a business done. World Cup and all that malarkey. This is what I'm saying, bro. This is what I'm saying. Rodrigo is perfect for us. He can literally use both feet, play on both wings, especially when Salah goes to AFCON. I keep forgetting Salah's on his way to AFCON, you know. So yeah, you might be right with that in terms of someone that's a bit more versatile that can play on both wings and cover it for sure. Big up Carlos in the building. It says Chelsea have a 25% sell-on clause. That's on Hutchinson. That's why. Okay, that makes a bit more sense why they want it up front, because they know they're gonna have to give Chelsea some of the money. Makes sense, bro. Makes sense. Big up for telling me. I didn't actually know that. So yeah, makes sense, man. But we'll see if they actually go for it then, because again, I feel like Brentford do need to make replacements for Mbeumo. Looks like he's going to be off. Wissa could be out the door as well. So yeah, very, very interesting, man. Big up Mr. Matt Ryder said, I'm baffed by Arsenal's move for Madueke now, especially when he's coming out that Rodrigo is available. Yeah, I don't understand it too, man. Not to say Arsenal guaranteed to get Rodrigo, because they again, he's got a plethora of choices to go to. But yeah, just that outlay of money, I think it is. If you want to get Madueke for a cheaper price, if you can obviously do it and Chelsea agreed to it, then yeah, whatever, if it's going to be the back of the Saka. But spending that amount of money, knowing that potentially you're probably going to be restricted in how much money you're going to be able to spend going forward in the same window is kind of crazy to me personally. But yeah, we shall see what happens with that, man. Big up Chris says Elanga will challenge Murphy on the right wing, both equal level, in my opinion. Listen, you know, I was checking Murphy's numbers the other day, bro. He was like top 2 or 3 wingers in terms of goals and assists towards the latter end of the season. Probably from like February into the end of the season, bro. He was putting up some good numbers, man, playing regularly and scoring some good goals as well and assisting. So yeah, definitely want to look out for whether whoever starts. I'm not even too sure, if I'm being honest. You would assume Elanga because obviously the price tag, but you never know. Obviously, some more news about Gyökeres. That's obviously the picture I've seen. Gyökeres moving furniture from his home. So someone's obviously put again. This could be literally, and this is what makes me laugh about Twitter. Yeah, this could be literally any van anywhere. The Gyökeres is not next to it. No one knows if this is the van, bro. It might be near his house. It might not even be his. Like, bro, who knows, man? But yeah, Twitter just runs wild with it for sure. It says full obviously translation. Gyökeres prepares to leave Portugal. The striker is moving to England. The photos are from this morning. Players of Portugal house has furniture being moved. So yeah, that's the official report on it. Whether it's true or not, who knows? But we shall see. You assume that this deal should be getting done in the next couple of days, man, and announced really. Because again, we go after preseason on Saturday. So yeah, we need to get that deal done and confirm and through the door. Obviously, this was the news I broke earlier about also working on a deal to sign 17-year-old Salford forward Will Wright, a prolific at youth level. He was also wanted by Liverpool, part of Per Mertesacker's drive to recruit elite talent for the academy. Would figure for the Arsenal under-18s, under-21s, under-19s UEFA. So, yeah, I have no idea about this guy. All I heard is that he scored 40 goals for Salford in the academy or whatever. So, and yeah, I think he played a few League Two games coming on and whatnot. So, yeah, it says Liverpool have ended their interest in Will Wright, with Arsenal pursuing intensifying. The pursuit of Wright is part of Per Mertesacker's drive to recruit elite talent. So it looks like we're going to get him through the door. So yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Big up everyone tuning in the building. It says Mascara has passed his medical yesterday and will be announced as a player, Arsenal player, before the weekend. So yeah, a lot of talk about him being announced as an Arsenal player before the weekend. Apparently, Madueke he's going to get dropped. Arsenal have unpinned their tweet from Norgard, so it doesn't look like he's going to be announced today. I'm not sure what time, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 5. They normally do it at like obviously one of those kind of times before. So yeah, but yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in, man. Obviously, just talking about the Arsenal women's team, talking about Silva Mendy. So I think that's kind of pretty much all the news when it goes to that, man. I know we were linked with Paulina. And yeah, this is what I seen earlier. Prior to the Club World Cup, also were in concrete talks for João Paulina, despite signing Zubimendi, but ultimately could not come to an agreement for the transfer. So that's kind of come out of left field. Don't know if I believe it. People are suggesting that potentially we were trying to go for him before we ended up with Norgard. So maybe it is true. We have been linked with him before, a couple of seasons ago, actually, when he was at Fulham. We actually wanted to sign him. And I think that's supposed to replace Jorginho that season. So, and he ended up going to Bayern Munich. So, yeah, interesting how that didn't pan out. Maybe it was a finance issue. Obviously, Norgard, relatively cheap, paying 10 million for him. So, yeah, definitely one thing to keep an eye on for sure, man. Obviously, into the same news about Arsenal appear the front runners for Will Wright after offering Salford a higher fee. Liverpool unwilling to match following advanced talks in the past 72 hours, man. So it'll be interesting. I know it says obviously about under 21s and stuff like that. It will be interesting because we will get some injuries, whether we see him on the bench this summer, man, or not. So yeah, or this season coming through. So yeah. But yeah, man, obviously on about Fulham are interested in signing Reece Nelson. Understand Miko Silva is a big fan of the winger. It is in need of signings, with the West London club being so inactive so far. Yeah, they're the only team not to have bought a player so far, Fulham. So, yeah, they definitely need to keep a move on. Obviously, Sammy Matakabel goes on to say Arsenal leave their preseason tour on Saturday with Nelson available to leave this summer. There could be a benefit in concluding any transfer before then. So, hopefully, I need to see a transfer fee, though, man, or an obligation, man. We can't be letting this guy go on loan. That is absolutely craziness, in my opinion. Absolute craziness, man. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that, man. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, the Ornstein BOMBA obviously got dropped about Mbeumo. Obviously, he's been active as well, talking about Ekitike as well for Liverpool. So a lot of players in the running, man. A lot of players in the building, in the running. And I'm not really sure what's actually going to happen for sure in terms of are we going to get more players through the door at Arsenal after Gyökeres? I don't know. I'm still looking for Eze links. I can't really find anything concrete, if I'm being honest. So that might be one that maybe might not actually come to fruition. I'm not too sure, but hopefully, fingers crossed, it does. But yeah, man, crazy. Let me see what Fabrizio is saying, man. After all this time, man, big up everyone that's tuned into the building, man. Make sure you guys like up the video and subscribe to the channel if you've not already, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna quickly see what Fabrizio Romano is saying. But yeah, obviously, again, a lot of news from Manchester United side today about obviously trying to get Emi Martinez as well. Apparently, there is a £21 million release clause in his contract, but Man United are willing to pay a bit more, considering that obviously that would have to be paid all up front, and they would probably want to do it in installments. But yeah, obviously Fabrizio Romano, obviously just saying what David Ornstein was saying. Manchester United remain confident on a Brian Mbeumo deal as they've improved their bid. Proposal now to £70 million package. Add-ons included, as David Ornstein reports. Talks remain underway with Brentford. Brentford keep working on Amari Hutchinson as a replacement, as revealed, man. So Hutchinson, that's confirmed that Hutchinson would actually replace Bryan Mbeumo, man. A very interesting choice, man. I wouldn't say that would be my first choice to replace a guy of the quality of Mbeumo. Maybe they're seeing kind of the potential side of Hutchinson really kind of breaking through, being that star kind of player. But you see what obviously Carvalho's done there under the previous manager. Not really had a starting light when it comes to obviously being in there. So yeah, this is what FC put in the 12th of July. Man United remaining active talks for Mbeumo also this weekend, hopefully to get a green light by the end of next week, which is what he said. So yeah, there's always still been ongoing talks about the situation, man. So it'd be very interesting to see if they can keep it up for sure, man. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see, man. We'll have to wait and see for sure. But yeah, big up everyone that's tuned in, man. Obviously, a little bit of a quick one today. Let's see who else is online. So I can raid to, man. Big up everyone that's tuned in and obviously support the channel, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel if you've not already, and obviously become a member if you can. But yeah, man, let's see who else is online, people. Let's see who else is online. Big up obviously everyone in the building. Let's have a look. Just having a look now. Who else is streaming? Views is back on, man. I'm gonna have to raid back to Views, you know. Views is back on, doing obviously his intervention as well. So yeah, man. I'm gonna raid back to Views. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, Tops raid as well, man. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. for another Tops in the Morning show, man. Make sure you check that out, and potentially I'll drop a video about my Wakey possibly joining as well. I'm sure that's going to be announced today, so make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, day to play of the game, and until next time, people, I'm out. Peace and